There are, I think, some major drivers in society which especially affect the automotive world, and I would like to highlight just two of them. The first one is the creation of mega cities, so the expansion of mega cities. So currently we have about 24 of them having a population of more than 20 million each, and they are expected to double by the year 2025, and 10 of them probably then will be in Asia. The second major trend, I think, which is going to influence the automotive world and influence also the way how we drive is just the sheer growth of population on our planet, and also the increased wealth of that population. This brings in opportunities, yes, also in our premium market, but also challenges, especially it puts a strong burden on natural resources and on oil and petrol in particular. So what does that mean now for the automotive industry and the automotive technology? Well, I see actually 5 major areas of automotive technology which moves particularly fast currently already, but even faster going forward. These 5 are: first, the cars will become more intelligent, so will become smarter. Second, the cars will be connected, both to the internet, to the environment around, to the infrastructure, and also to the other vehicles in the vicinity. Third, the cars will become cleaner, having less of less demanding on natural resources. These are 3 challenges which the whole automotive industry is facing as a whole. There are 2 more, I would call them opportunities, I think, which refer particularly to our brands, to Jaguar Land Rover, and that is capable, mainly off-road, but also on-road performance and driving pleasure. And last but not least, desirability. So we are in the luxury market. We are not producing cars to get you from A to B. We are producing cars to get you from A to B in style. So now let me go into further detail regarding these 5 major technology trends I'm seeing, starting with smart. This is very much about intelligent vehicles, autonomous driving. Well, you might refer to the buzzword of the driverless vehicle. The major benefit of this, however, is less that the car is expected to be driverless. It is more about a significant improvement in the number of accidents and also in the severity of accidents going forward. Today, 99% of all accidents are caused by driver errors. They are not caused by whatever technology failing or something in the car is failing. They are caused just by driver errors. And with the sensors either available already and the processing power to be available shortly, we can significantly increase the capability of the car and enhance the capability of the driver with these functionalities. And it was always a target of all engineers to make the car safer and reduce accidents and especially fatalities. But only now the vision that there are really no accidents anymore is really coming within reach. And I'm quite sure within the next decades or 2, we will be able to totally avoid any accidents on the road with the technology which is either available already, but maybe much too expensive or too bulky or so, But with the progress in electronics, I'm quite sure we will bring this down, make this feasible for cars, and the vision of completely avoiding any accident is existing for me and can be realized within the next 1 or 2 decades. Well, the autonomous vehicle also, or the driverless car, will not happen in one big step. Yeah? It will come in smaller steps. We already have introduced quite some good steps into that direction. For instance, we have introduced the adaptive cruise control, the intelligent emergency braking, lane departure warning, park assist, weight sensing, and many other sensors which support the driver in specific situations. And this is the first generation only, and you can expect much more to come. Regardless what happens, however, with the driverless car, I believe any Jaguar Land Rover in the future also involves emotions. It's not about taking away driving pleasure with making the driver redundant. It is about enhancing the driver experience and assisting him in hazardous situations. The second major driver I see in automotive, and this is a field which is moving very fast currently, that is the trend toward connected vehicles. So those are capable to interact either with internet, interact with the environment, with the infrastructure, or interact with with cars next to their own vehicle. Development here is moving very, very quickly, and actually the smartphones are setting the pace for increase of functionality that becomes available to the customer. And the customers expect this pace of new added functionality not only to be restricted to the smartphone, but also to show up in his car. He just does not stand the car having a 3-year-old outdated navigation system while his smartphone is working on the latest solution. We have just recently really made a great step into this direction by introducing the so-called in-control apps. So this means that we connect a smartphone to the head unit and operate applications from that head unit just as if they would be installed in the vehicle, actually running on the smartphone. So this gives us a great leverage in introducing new functionalities at the speed new functionalities are being introduced in the smartphone. We have announced the first wave of supported third-party applications for this platform, and we will continue to increase the number of applications available in course of the near future. So touchscreens, mobile phones, the cloud, telematics, and the connected world will go to transform significantly the cars we are driving. The third major automotive trend is clean, to reduce our impact on the natural resources. And work here focuses on 2 different areas. The first one is to reduce the amount of energy needed to drive the vehicle, with the vehicle weight being the biggest lever here. And second, making the drivetrain more efficient, introducing all kinds of hybrid drivetrains up to a full electric vehicle. So regarding weight saving, Jaguar Land Rover has pioneered the use of aluminum in vehicle structures now for over a decade. Today, we are the biggest manufacturer of aluminum structures in automotive in the world. And while other manufacturers are just announcing a more widespread usage of aluminum in their bodies, we already have a decade of experience, and not only an experience in aluminum structures, but in high volume production of these aluminum structures. And you can see the benefit on the Range Rover and Range Rover Sport. These vehicles are actually more than 400 kilograms lighter than their predecessor. And for all the luxury which we have brought into the vehicle, each weighs not more than some of the CD segment sedans. A Range Rover with 169 grams of CO2 per kilometer, I think is a significant progress of what we had, for instance, 5 years ago. And this was mainly achieved through the application of our lightweight expertise. Similarly, our new F-Type Coupe, where the engineering team, for instance, developed hydroformed aluminum roof beams to create the most rigid Jaguar body structure ever and to provide a perfect basis for a focused performance car. Well as saving fuel, of course, the lightweight structures are helping in reducing weight to open up additional opportunities for new features like advanced suspension systems, connectivity, and all these things to come, which normally add always some weight to the vehicle. So last year at the Frankfurt show, we also introduced the latest milestone in our advanced aluminum sedan architecture, which will enable future Jaguar Land Rover products, starting with the all-new mid-size Jaguar Sports Sedan, our most efficient and advanced premium sports sedan ever. The development clearly demonstrates how our leadership in lightweight structures is not only restricted to the body, but also extends into other components, into chassis, into engine components, and many other components in the trim, for instance. Well, the second area to make the vehicles cleaner is all about new drivetrains, about hybrid drives, and about electric vehicles. As you know, we just recently introduced the world's first hybrid electric vehicle with a diesel engine, bringing down fuel consumption to 6.4 liters per 100 kilometers. And just a few years ago, I think it seemed completely unachievable to even think about such a low fuel consumption in a vehicle of the size and luxury of a Range Rover. Going forward, I think the hybrid drive will penetrate especially the luxury market, so the market of luxury vehicles. So it is a very important area for us in engineering to develop further. I also believe that electric vehicles will find their way to the market. Often we ask the question, when will the electric vehicle replace the combustion engine vehicle? This will not happen. I think battery weight, battery size, and battery cost will prevent this, will not allow for this to happen in the foreseeable future. But I see two distinct areas of the market, two segments of the market, where the electric vehicle definitely will gain momentum. And this is first, inner urban transportation, transportation of goods and transportation of people, less relevant to Jaguar Land Rover maybe. But second, more important to us, that is the second and third vehicle within a family. So the first vehicle in a family will remain either a conventional driven vehicle or a hybrid vehicle, as this vehicle has to cope with the full range of all driving requirements. But the second vehicle in a family can be used for distinct purposes only. For daily commute, for instance. By the way, roughly 80% of all miles driven privately are daily commute. So it's a huge part of our driving. Or going to a shopping center or so. And in these applications, the limited range is not that much of an issue. So we are observing carefully the potential for this market and how this market is going to develop. The other two research areas I mentioned initially reflect very much the brand values of both Jaguar and Land Rover products, and continue to allow us to offer something unique to the marketplace. That's first the capability of our vehicles, mainly in off-road, but also in on-road driving and in on-road dynamics. And this is second, the desirability through the use of engineering of materials and technologies that enable the vision of our design teams to become reality. As you know, Land Rover is the world leader in off-road vehicle capabilities. As far back as 2004, for instance, we introduced the all-terrain response system, a drivetrain which adapts to different on-road and off-road conditions, which is still unique in the market. And we are very creative here, and you can expect more to come. Jaguar, and more recently also Land Rover, however, stands also for British luxury and craftsmanship. The art to treat leather and wood requires years of experience and desire only to accept the best. This requires dedicated people, so it will not be easy for our competition to copy this, and we will continue to strengthen our leadership here. The desirability we built into each of our vehicles is one of our unique selling points. And even in the megacity of the future, I think people will look for a place in a car where they can work, where they can relax, but still offering the thrill to drive and rewarding if being driven. Ladies and gentlemen, to achieve and maintain this pace of product development, Jaguar Land Rover has made significant investments into its engineering and technology capabilities. We are not only developing technologies which go into our vehicles, it is also about enhancing the tools we are using in our product development itself. So 10 years ago, we have taken the conscious decision, rather than investing too much in expensive test facilities, to more go into simulation. This was a very courageous decision at that time. Today, my personal opinion, however, is that the simulation tools we have are actually superior to really physical testing for several reasons. We always have scatter, it takes a lot of time. So I think now we strongly benefit from this decision which has been taken 10 years ago. And we have focused our simulation and virtual engineering capabilities to help us work faster, smarter, and deliver high-quality products our customers want. Today, in our engineering, we have 7,000 passionate and talented engineers, designers, and technologists. And in the next fiscal year, we are going to spend about 3.5 billion British pounds on new products. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you could see from this brief presentation how far Jaguar Land Rover has come, and I hope I have you an indication where we think automotive technology is going to and how we want to use these technologies to come as opportunities and not only as challenges. In closing, I would like to show you a brief video which shows the breadth of our engineering capability.